Hello, everybody. I'm back. Last time I was on was maybe last month. I've been quite busy with a job, times another one. That's why we're here tonight. You guys won't believe what has happened. So, as of right now, we're waiting for people to join me to come on in to help out with advice, talk a little bit, not be as funny, not to try to push people out. Everyone's welcome to be here. I'm glad people are here. Some of them have left messages on here. I appreciate it. Lizelle, how are you doing? If anybody wants to come up to panel, follow that link in the chat. Come on up. Mrs. Precious is here as well.
Hi.
And I wanted to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there that I know or through this or friendships, It's going to be a great day, great night. Let's all show the love and support in here. So I hope everyone has a great time with me on this. So hopefully everybody gets the notification. That would be great. And let's go ahead and do this. Come on, folks. Come on in. Share it out. Whatever you got to do. Appreciate everything. One person doesn't have Facebook anymore, I noticed, so I can't reach him. But I wanted to share the great news. And this is like very, very good news, like job-related good news. And like the title says, this will blow your mind. And how long or how quick it took to get it. And I would love to share it with everybody. So let's get everybody in here that has waited or something. First one to panel is a rotten egg. Come on. Get in here. We need the support. Who wants to join me? Whoever comes to chat sees that link there. Click on it. Come on up. First come, first serve. I only allow 6. So those that I can't see, I'm very sorry, but you're allowed to come up to panel if you want. One individual is traveling to where he lives, and it's his birthday today. But hopefully he gets home safe. Other than that, come on in. So I'm waiting. I'm not going to answer on the first few rings. Perhaps I'm busy. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Hello, this is Miss Betty Apple. Remember? Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Juan. Where's everybody at? Some of you have been waiting. I'm here. Come on in. Today's a good day. Yeah, let's do this. Does everybody think I'm happy? Yes. Then that means get in here now. Pronto, let's do this. Come on. Hop right in. The water's fine. Or is it? Nobody never knows. Welcome, everyone. She's like, don't start that. What? Hello?
Yeah, we'll have to call you Adam the Blue too.
Right. Welcome, everyone. I would like to welcome you to my channel. Today's adventure leads us to a new job. Second job. Right. Hello, Jim Rico. Cheers to you too. Thanks for joining us. You don't know me, do you, sir? Oh, no, dear, I don't. Oh, I see. Yes. So, since I don't know you, we'll get to know you. How does that sound, dear? So, Jim, if you could share my stream out, that'd be great. It would help. I don't know any of your people and stuff, so whatever you want to do. Anybody in here? Can you please tell me what you're saying if I don't see you? It's okay, dear. They'll be here soon enough. Oh, my dears, don't I have some great news for us? Oh, it's going to be so fun. I hope everybody comes in and enjoys themselves and has a few cookies along the way. Milk and cookies are always a good thing. Might make you fat, but who cares? Oh, but dears, let's make the cookies chocolate chip. I don't know. Whatever you enjoy, dears. You pick out what you want. It's on me. Hello, Lone. Thanks for showing up. You made your promise. Are you out and about? Or at home? Did you shower, dear? Could you share me out, though, while you're here? Oh, okay. What you cooking? What you having? What's on your plate? So everyone that's coming in right now, barf. Lone's having Chick-fil-A for Valentine's dinner. His daughter treated him. Yeah. Yes, please. Thanks. I'm going to try a few people myself. Well, everyone, I got hired within 2 hours today, and I'm employed with FedEx. I work in the warehouse, throwing packages everywhere. He didn't go to the Philippines. He went somewhere in Asia. He didn't tell us where. Lone says, tell Sweet Buns. He says, hey and good night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought I would never be hired. Just a random, I just never thought. I already have a first job. I work at my local airport. Been there about a month and 2 weeks. But I'm going to try to work it out for both because I've got 3 other people that work with me at the airport that also work at FedEx, different hubs, different cities that they're located in. So I'm looking forward to it. It's fast paced. I hope my mind can deal with it and I don't get frustrated and stuff because it pays really handsomely. I'm not going to go in all that detail, but it's fine. It is fine. Compared to what I'm doing now, let's just say it's $5 more. So every little bit helps, and I kind of need 2 jobs. So yeah, it's just the warehouse. I passed everything, but I was hired within 2 hours. They did a phone interview. It was kind of tiny. They caught me when I was eating. But everything went fine. All right, Lone, love you. Take care. And I'm very pleased. And it's like maybe 15 or 20 minutes away. Maybe 30 compared to 45 or 50 minutes. So I might end up having to drop the airport job to go work for FedEx because that could be 6 days a week. I thought it would be for 3 or 4 days that I picked, but they say it could rotate, it could change. Depends on volume and seasonal stuff, like when is the busy time. So I'm not quitting my first job till I figure out how this one's going to go. And I get paid weekly at FedEx, so that works compared to bi-weekly. So we have 2 jobs now, legit confirmed jobs. I applied on Indeed.com and got it within 3 hours or something. Never thought they would call me. But they did. They're very stern. They're very to the point, okay, goodbye, and stuff. So I had to confirm and submit and take the offer, and there's benefits and stuff, obviously. PTO doesn't start till after 90 days. So my first job, I get a lot of benefits as well. Free parking, discounts for travel and other fun stuff, and tips and hourly wage. It's not the best, but the problem is I sit around from 11 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon doing nothing till the next flight shows up. And then it starts getting a little bit busier. This is a slow time for them. A little bit busier probably after 4. And then I go home at 6. I leave at 6. So, like I said, 3 or 4 other people work for FedEx at different locations, and they can manage 2 jobs. So we're going to try that too. And the cool thing is, once I leave the airport, it's probably 10 or 15 minutes down the road. And I would just go straight to that job. But if the airport doesn't work out with FedEx, then I'm going to have to drop the airport because see ya. But we'll see. We're going to take it slow. Right, Buns?
Right.
Hello, Lizelle. Welcome back. It's good to always see you, girl. What was all that for? I don't know. It's great to see you. It really is. And happy Valentine's Day. It's still like that for us here. So yeah, everything's awesome. Now if I could just get people up here to talk to me. Whoever. It's been a while, Lizelle. It has. I know you're out there. I know I've seen you, but I'm saying we don't talk much anymore. Everybody gets busy because I'll be more busier than I am now, starting next week. So, And Buns, I'm going to have to start taking the ibuprofen like crazy because I think it's all standing. Unless it's a break time.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, y'all just wish me luck, just wanted to get on here and share it with you guys, but I think it'll work out fine. As long as my mind does okay and I don't get sidetracked. Buns, I can't take Benadryl when I'm there either because I gotta focus.
Right.
So that kind of screws everything up when I have to go to work, though. So I usually take it on work days. Who wants to come up to panel? Should I drop the ladder again? There you guys go. Click on it. Come on up. It should be a fun night if you guys want to talk to me and see what's going on. I see 5 people in here. That could be wrong. Lizelle, how's the likes going right now? Because I honestly don't like talking to myself on here, and I've had live streams like that before. You guys can ask me stuff as well, or come on up here and just chat with me. Anybody? Because I might only be on here an hour and that's it. I was hoping for 2 or 3 hours. Probably doesn't look like that. Anybody is welcome as long as they follow the P's and Q's. And don't forget to dot your lowercase j's. Everyone, say hello to Mrs. Precious.
Hi.
We just surpassed 17 years of marriage on Monday. Yay, us. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I guess. A lot of us single folks in here. Yeah. Who wants to come up? Because I'll just randomly talk about stuff. I wonder, is FedEx a government job as well?
I think so.
Is it? I believe FedEx is a government job because I've got a government job right now at the airport. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it is. I got to go to orientation next Tuesday, and I should start the job next Tuesday as well. Probably 3 to 5 hours of that. So. And if I do really well, I get a $1 more. I don't know what it is, but it should be fun. Hope I can do it. Because honestly, my mentality, I have a lot of anger and depression and stuff and sadness in my life. And I try to find slower jobs that I can deal with, like cleaning or what I'm doing now. But hopefully I can deal with fast paced for once in my life. It's only part-time. So. But I'm not going to tell a fat girl that I'm in Kernersville. She'll try to bug me. I'm not. I'm just going to go.
Okay.
Yeah, folks, everything's good. Who wants to come up? Nothing has moved. I know ones are listening, but they can also join us. So, whenever you guys want to come up, feel free. Right buttons?
Right buttons.
Right buttons. Yeah, folks, still here. Like I said, I'll probably just do an hour. I was hoping for more. Where's everybody at? I haven't done one in a month, and I'm back. So, hey, gentlemen, how you doing? Anybody can come up. How about you're in the market, not on the market? You're shopping, groceries. I understand. I'm glad you joined us, though. Thank you for being here. What do you guys want to talk about or ask me? So Buns,
Mhm.
I'll probably wear my pants. I'll probably wear my pants and this shirt on Tuesday, so I can be relaxed if I have to go to work that night. So I'll let you know
Okay.
when I'm there. I'll let you know what happens.
All right. Josh. Well, being as you put it that way, I'll have 7-Up.
No, go ahead, have one. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and have one. So we wanted to have some entertainment. I added some music, if that's all right with everybody. But who wants to come up?
You only got 3.
Have one. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, put the other 2 away. Anyone? I invited a lot of people to be here, and could any of you help me by sharing me out? Did it come out?
No.
It's zero sugar, you know that.
I know. I was looking to see how many ounces it was.
A can is 12, so those are 16, I think. And then you know what the 1 liters and the 2 and the 3 look like, so.
Yeah.
Folks, I might probably just call it a night in about 20 minutes, maybe right at an hour, because this one doesn't look active at all. I know we've got people watching, but that's not the same as being on here to talk and random stuff. Nobody wants to join me? You know, because I'm going to sit here and just stare at the camera the whole time, I guess. Because nobody's talking. I am trying to talk to everybody, but I don't want to repeat it. I'm here for others. Yeah, I know Darren's is probably way better, and Bruce and Sean and everybody else is way better, but I barely get on here anymore, and it's still the same every time I get on. Hardly anybody shows up anymore for me. I know some of you care about me, and there's some that probably don't, or want me to fall off the face of the earth. I don't know. Not sure. I don't know. I'm not going to use names, but I'm sure I got haters out there. So I really don't care what people think. Everyone's got feelings. So yeah, so we're almost at 40 minutes. So 20 minutes, I'll be done, I guess. Nobody else wants to. People will watch it later. That's fine. It all depends how well it goes, because I've got to work tomorrow and Friday. So I really don't want to be on too late. That's why I did this at 6, hoping to at least 8, so for 3 hours. But I don't even think I'm going to go that far. But yeah, folks, it's been a month, so I'm on here trying to talk and see how everyone's doing. See if anybody wants to join us up here, you know, hang out and talk. Because I'm going to be busy the next few months with both jobs and travel and, you know, My parents might need help because they're 2 doors behind me. I mean, you know, I'll try to fit in a live stream. If not, I do check Facebook and YouTube all the time. So I do stay active. I do more shorts videos than live streams anymore. So Phil, go ahead and check out all those or something. Give me the watch hours if you want. But I just know that I'm still active, but over there. Sometimes I do live streams from work, but we can't be on our phones anymore. Somebody complained. So who wants to come up to panel, though, and talk to me? Because I will probably get off here in about 20 minutes. Totally up to you. I've dropped the link twice in the chat. He's probably flying here to, well, not here, not to the US, but he lives in Canada, so he's probably flying back today. And it wasn't really a holiday. He was there for work purposes. His birthday's today, but he won't be over here, I guess, till tomorrow or something. I don't know. Probably he'll leave tomorrow. But everybody wish him a really good happy birthday and stuff. It's today. Show him the love. He's been doing a lot of shorts videos because his Wi-Fi wasn't all that great where he was. He never told anybody he was leaving. I might even take that advice. So anyway, 20 minutes and I'm off here. Gentlemen, you still there? It did get up to 60 degrees here in North Carolina. I'd rather be somewhere else. And Wifeykins knows that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, folks. So, how's it going with you? Everything all right? I'm going to mute just for a minute. Sorry, folks, I'm back. Had to make a call. So, yeah. So, anybody? Just, I'm here. Sit back and we wax. How does it go? We wax.
Relax.
Hello, Inde Buhai. I don't know if that's your name, but thank you for being here. How'd you find me? Somebody share me out to you? Everyone, if you haven't subscribed yet to Inde, please do. And Jim Rico, Jenilyn, Lizelle. If you haven't done so, go ahead. Connect with everyone. They all have great content, I'm sure. So see, everybody leaves because there's not much else to talk about. But I've been telling people I'm on. Pretty sad. Hey Bruce, how you doing? I'm right at an hour right now. If you want to come up.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
I am good.
Okay, that's good. All right. Can you hear me okay?
That sounded like you were in the bathroom.
No, I just took a sip of coffee.
Okay. So yeah, I haven't been on probably in a month, so I wanted to get on here and share some good news.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We just got a job today with the airport, but we have a second job now. And this blows everybody's mind, I'm sure, but I was hired within 2 hours today for FedEx.
That's good.
Yeah. So I start next Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be working for FedEx now.
Both jobs.
Oh, both jobs. Okay.
But if FedEx works out, then I'm going to have to leave the airport because I'm getting fat sitting around. There's like no business right now. It's very slow. And I need something to do and I need to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a slow time of year right now. And a lot of the, in a lot of places, I mean, the airport in Jackson, for example, is probably real slow right now. And excuse me, I'm sitting here swallowing food. It probably won't pick up until it gets to be warmer weather. I would say spring break probably would be a kind of a busy time of year with just about all the airports across the country. And that'll be here
Yeah.
before you know it.
Yeah, they told us that. They said spring, in March, April, May, it'll pick up, but we don't know how long we're going to be at the airport if I have FedEx, because FedEx pays weekly, 17 an hour, and I'm getting 12 an hour every 2 weeks at the airport plus tips, and the tips are lame, next to nothing. But I get a few discounts, not free, but free parking. That's about all we get out of it.
Okay.
So, yeah. But there's a certain website that they gave me for travel and theme park stuff and shopping and whatever. And that's where you get all the discounts if you go through that site.
I
So,
understand. Okay.
but we're going to try both because I worked 4 days at the airport and we don't know. Right now, I know of Tuesday is my first day, but when I selected it on the app online, they said, what days are you available and not available? I said, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. I couldn't put anywhere where I could put like I have a first job right now. They need me probably 5 or 6 days a week. I don't know at FedEx. So I might have to drop the airport. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to see how this goes. And if it's way too mentally fast paced for me, at least I've got the other one.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a better job.
And I'm trying to think. I was talking to Mary and I says, is FedEx a government job just like what I'm doing now?
No.
I wasn't sure if it was.
Mm-mm. It's a private company, just like UPS. There may be some differences between the two, but they basically are. It's a shipping company that ships.
Yeah, because we have a FedEx hub right there at PTI our airport. Right next door, we have a FedEx hub that you can fill planes, and they take off every couple of days of the week or something. But I kind of wish it made sense to work at that location, having two jobs at the same place. But it wasn't.
Well, yeah, that would be very convenient for you. But I don't know unless you happen to know somebody that works at the FedEx location over there at the airport.
Yeah, there's 4 of us that actually work for FedEx and the airport. So they can manage to keep 2 jobs. I'm going to try as well.
Okay.
So
Well,
I think 2 of them work at the one right there as well. I don't know.
mm-hmm.
One works at another location. 2 of them work at the airport there. And I'm working like probably 20 or 30 minutes from the airport.
Okay.
Not really sure.
Well, that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just check it out and see if it's something that you're gonna want to stay with. I'm sure FedEx probably has some wonderful benefits besides just a decent salary. I mean, you'd be making what? How much? 17.
An hour. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's $5 more than what I'm getting now.
Yeah, be a lot better on the pay. And like I say, I would think that FedEx would have some good benefits too. Of course, you probably know this is true with a lot of jobs. You're going to probably have to go through a probation period. Uh,
Yep.
they're going to want to make sure that you work out. So, just a suggestion now. But if you can hang in there for the first 90 days, just to make sure you're going to make it before you jump up and leave the airport job, because after 90 days, some companies will let people go after 90 days. If they find something that they don't like or whatever, they may you know I'm just I'm not don't I'm not trying to discourage you at all. I'm just pointing out a fact that that's how companies are. And I've seen people when I worked at Walmart. I saw people that they'd come in for that first 90 days and then they were gone. In most cases with Walmart, though, they would uh, terminate somebody because of their attendance. That's the number one problem, is somebody not coming to work enough. They miss too many days, and they won't even wait for a 90-day probation period. They'll just get rid of them because they have a point system that they use. And so if that person draws too many points, then they're automatically gone. It doesn't matter how long they've been there. And that was one of the things that we had to carefully watch, was how many points we got. And there was times when I worked for Walmart when I didn't have any points. But then some kind of an absence would come along, and or maybe some tardies or something like that, and I would end up getting a few points. It happens, it just but they knew I was a regular. They knew I was pretty dependable about going to work. They knew that I wasn't like a high risk problem or anything like that. And but when you have stuff like that happen, sometimes you learn about other people and their character, and maybe whether they've got good common sense or book sense, just things like that. You know, but I never had any problems all the years that I worked for Walmart. And, I mean, yeah, I had a few little minor problems, but nothing major. And,
Okay.
nothing major enough to get me in trouble and get me terminated or anything like that. So, over the course of the 17 years, and I'd say it wasn't bad at all. In fact, over most of that time, things were pretty good. And there's some policies that Walmart has that I don't agree with, but hey, there's nothing I could do to change it. It's kind of like something that somebody said to me one time. About just I think this is something that people say a lot of times, like when they see somebody and they, hey, how's it going, and that kind of thing, and everything's okay, I don't have any complaints. And then the other one will turn around and say, yeah, it doesn't do any good to complain, does it? So anyway, that's that's just, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, Walmart had a 90-day probation period when, somebody would first start out. And it's that kind of stuff. It can be different with different companies,
Well, after my 90 days, it kind of ends at the end of March, early April. And not that I've used it once for PTO to come and see you. I had to use PTO at least 3 of those days for that trip. But other than that, I don't care about PTO, but it helps. But the thing is, we also get time and a half at the airport on holidays, major ones.
That's good. Now you
Some
should. FedEx,
sometimes
they
don't do it.
probably, FedEx would probably be a company that if you did have to work over 40 hours a week, they'd probably pay you overtime.
I believe that's what they did. They did say
Yeah.
that.
But a lot of companies, they try to keep you below, keep you at no more than 40 hours, Walmart, there was certain times of the year where they didn't want you to go over 40 hours a week. And it was because it was not in the peak season, like say around Christmas time or back to school time, something like that, Those are actually I think the 2 busiest times a year at Walmart is when they have back to school, and then they have the holiday season for Christmas. And well, actually it starts with Thanksgiving, but starting with Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then New Year's. And of course the big one of those is Christmas. Thanksgiving's more of a holiday time when people come in there and buy food, groceries, Christmas, on the other hand, is going to be a time of year where they not only have big sales in the grocery department, they'll have big sales in places like electronics, housewares, let's see, hardware, sporting goods, toys, of course, is a big department during that time, and then jewelry, jewelry's a big seller around the holiday season, but most people don't buy jewelry at Walmart. And that's because they know that the jewelry there is not really that great. And so if they're really looking for, like, say, to get their girlfriend an engagement ring or something like that, for example, most people are going to go out somewhere else. It's going to be a little more pricey for that. Not only would it be more expensive, but it would be probably more likely to have something in stock, and so anyway. All right.
Well, what'd you donate?
Oh, I just came in to cook a hamburger and was all I was going to do. I may cook me another one. I'm just kind of keeping it simple today. I don't feel like going in there and messing up a bunch of cookware.
So, any vacation plans coming up for you by chance? Like in the next 3 or 4 weeks, month, something
Well,
like
I'm
that?
on vacation every week.
Well, I
He's
didn't.
retired, remember?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah. Hey, Marion, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Okay, good to see you.
You are.
Doing fine.
The reason why I was asking, because I know you still have a life outside retirement, like you want to do stuff or get out some or shop or do whatever. I just didn't know if, like, I don't know, you had like maybe a day or two to hang out with us in a different state, if you will.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be going to, probably going to be going to Tennessee. Let's see. He said he would be coming. I think it's going to be in April when I go there, probably after MK's birthday. MK's got a birthday, the 12th. And, so it'll be after her birthday. Probably before I try to go up there. Anyway, I'm gonna travel to Tennessee, and meet up with. I don't know if you know BT and Betty's Philippine Adventures. Do you know him?
Was that the one at the restaurant? You had a restaurant video like Golden Corral or something. I don't know where it was, but you were eating with someone. You were filming.
Well, let's see. The Golden Corral. No, that was Belt Loop. He lives in Mississippi. He lives about 20 minutes from where I live.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not him. This guy, he's from, well, he was living in North Georgia and he went to the Philippines and he's been living in the Philippines now for, oh gosh, I guess it's been a couple of years. But he's going to be coming home. He's got some business to take care of. And not only that, he's going to get, reconnected with his family and that's over here. But he's going to be, I think we're going to meet in Knoxville, Tennessee, or somewhere close to there. And then I've got a cousin that lives in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, so I'll probably visit him while I'm up there too.
Okay, so you said Knoxville. That's 2 hours from us.
Yeah.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I was asking, because on March 5th, currently I'm off from the airport on that day, including Wednesday and stuff. But Marion and I, just for the day, don't know if we're going to do this yet, but it has been a thought. But on March 5th, we thought about traveling to LA for like 7 hours, hang out with a friend, possibly go to a theme park if we can fit everything in there. And then fly back and then stay maybe one night or two in Nashville because it's cheaper going out of Nashville than it is of our airports. So,
yeah, Nashville's more of a major hub.
Yeah, and just thought maybe we could hang out with friends or whoever wants to fly their way there and we could meet up. Or if you had that kind of time frame, like just for the day, like it's $85 if I just went.
Yeah.
Trip. And I think that's awesome. But if I want to bring Marion because we love it there, we would have a ride, obviously, with one of our friends. And then, but if that doesn't work out with him because he's got dementia, and I don't know how that's going to work yet. We just thought, I'm not saying because you have money. I'm just saying if you had the time frame and wanted to go out for just the day, which is pretty cheap if you can find it.
Yeah. Good. What? Now you're talking about going to Nashville?
No, flying out of Nashville.
Oh, okay.
But you can fly out of your state. You can meet us there. Is what I'm saying. Not in Nashville, but go to LA and meet us there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to see, Josh. That's
3 weeks away.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that. I don't really know what to tell you on that yet.
That's fine. Just know that I don't know if Jackson has an airport or anything like that or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Jackson's got an airport.
Okay, I don't know these things. Yeah. Is it cheap though?
Well, I don't know. See, I don't know what the cost will be. And see, to fly to LA from Jackson, it probably would require I would say probably a stop in Dallas or Houston, one of those two airports before they would take you on to uh, L.A.
Because out of Nashville, we found it round trip nonstop, Nashville to LA and back.
Hmm.
And for us, it's going to be like almost midnight by the time we get back. It's really strange. Like, we're going to Nashville. That's Central Time. We're leaving LA, so 2 hours ahead of LA. They're saying it's 3 hours, but it's going to feel like a 6 hour flight because we don't come back to Nashville till 11:30 at night. And we leave at 5:30 p.m. So how that works, I don't know, but it would be great to have you because that's an exciting place. I don't know if you've ever been.
I've never been to California.
Well, I'm not trying to be rude about it, but people miss out if they don't go, or at least once.
Yeah.
We always have a great time, Bruce. I mean, I know I'm obsessed, but the thing is, my wife never thought we would ever go as a couple, and I brought her twice already. And I've probably been there myself 10 times, plus my folks and I used to live in San Diego. So, because my dad was stationed there. So we spent a lot of time, 15 to 20 years there. And then we left. Then I started going back since like 2007. So, if I can afford it, which we can and will, we're for sure going because I already have requested the time from the airport.
Yeah. See, what I'm gonna have to be looking at is this. I'm planning a trip to the Philippines later this year. And so I need to make sure that I don't spend too much money between now and then,
Right.
because
Hey, Adrian.
hey, Adrian, how you doing? So that's going to be my main thing right there. But I'll look into it. What was the date you gave?
March 5th.
March 5th. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it.
But if you get a chance, Google Flights has the best deals. It's very trusting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I go. And if you have, does Jackson have Spirit or anything cheap?
What? Airlines?
Yeah, Spirit Airlines.
It's been so long since I've flown. I don't know. I will have to do some research.
Okay, they're usually cheaper if you go to their website, spiritairlines.com, or if you find it on Google Flights, you should find a good deal for one person, just for the day. No packing, just fly out, stay 7 hours. We all fly our separate ways.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look into it and see.
Because you're a very
Just depends on what deals you get.
Yeah.
Just a message.
So
Yeah,
we
for
just
sure.
wanted to see if you wanted to just check into it, let me know.
All right.
So, but
Préstame también.
my mother actually, Bruce, I want to tell you something. You know that video we did at McDonald's?
Yeah.
I found out my mother has a YouTube channel, but she doesn't do videos and stuff. But she kind of went on there to comment about, I'm so glad you guys got to meet up. He seems wonderful. We really need to meet him someday. Something like that. And because of your laugh, that's why I keep watching it.
Right.
Right. So that was a great day. And I'm glad we made it work out. So,
Oh yeah.
of course, you had a hell of a time with the rental car.
Well,
stuff.
it was my fault. I stuck the wrong key in the ignition. After I went to the ATM machine, I stuck my car key in instead of the key for the car that I had rented, and
Right.
so that's why it screwed up. Anyway, somebody came out and got me, rescued me, so I was good to go after that. But But yeah, I'll have to check the flights and prices and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, because we're not going to pack up much at all. Maybe just a backpack of things, and bring a wheelchair, but that's about it.
Okay.
You don't need to pack too much big, just something to where you're just going to go for the time you're going and that's it, You don't need to put a lot of stuff.
Nope.
I've learned that if you're going to travel either by plane or by car, you don't want to take a lot of stuff.
Right.
So Josh, how have you been, Josh? It's been a while since I've been here with you.
I was hired for a second job.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm working for FedEx starting next week.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, at least this job didn't call me fat, but it's
Oh,
okay.
wow. That's kind of a rude remark there for a company to say something like that towards someone like yourself like that.
Well, I work at my local airport right now, and they don't give you the right size shirts. And I said, I'm a huge bitch. I need something larger. They said, well, we work with what we have for now. And I says, well, you're not going to see a 5'9", 250 wearing a 2XL shirt. I'm sorry, we're not skin jeans. So, they said, well, we can order some. I said, yeah, well, I need a 3XL, please. And they're still not listening. And I have no idea if the order came in. So it's kind of painful having to try to tuck something in that likes to shoot right back out of your crack. And everybody chews you out for it. Oh, Josh, tuck in your shirt. I did.
Well, it's not your fault, Josh, that they gave you the wrong shirt size. It's not your fault.
I know.
And then if they were to call you the, fat and everything like that, that's wrong right there. That's discrimination right there,
I know. They hate me, but it's all right. At least,
Well, all I'm going to say is, even though, I didn't cuss a lot when I was here in YouTube, but they can pretty much kiss your ass, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
So, Bruce, you still with us? I fell asleep. Bruce? I think he fell asleep.
Yeah.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I had to step in there for just a minute.
Okay.
So what happened?
Oh, no, I'm wearing the wrong size shirt at the airport, and they reordered some new ones, and they told me what size I am. But beforehand, they said, well, we work with what we have. And I says, well, this shirt's going to keep coming untucked. And I'll have to keep tugging at my britches to put it back in there. And I'm currently wearing a 2XL, and I need a 3X. And they don't have anything big. So it's okay. I'm dealing with it.
They really gave him a hard time about his appearance when he came to work for them.
Yes. They chewed me out very hard at the end of January. We thought it was a great job. That's why another reason I don't want to be there anymore. But we have our slow times, like I said, between like 11 and 3, there's no flights. And then after 3 or 4, it gets busy. The tips are lame. There's really nothing happening much. I mean, Sundays are maybe a more busier day. But when you have 10 people on one side of the airport, for example, Delta, compared to American gets more busier than Delta does. But it just kind of varies too on each day. So, no matter what I'm doing there, it's not to their liking. I haven't screwed anything up. It's just they're trying to train me and let me know about how the rules are and how we have to do it this way, not your way. Not that I'm bugging them about stuff. I just tell them straight out. I say yes, no, maybe, or whatever, and I just do what they ask me to do. So every time I clock in, I go straight to the Delta gates. I hang out there. I'm getting larger and larger where the clothes will not fit anymore because we sit down so much. And then on top of that, I just found out we can't even play on our phones when it's downtime. Can't do anything. So, they're chewing me out for every small little thing. I mean, even somebody that's younger than me thinks that she's a tight ass supervisor and wants to tell me we just had a meeting. You can't be on your phone. Well, I have a wife. I have family. I've got to check on them. We're not doing anything. It's downtime. Where the Delta gates get completely empty at times after everybody leaves at a certain time. And then we'll have so much quietness. I'm not going to sit there and pick my nose and do nothing. So I have to get up and walk a little bit, use the bathroom, go eat something, whatever I got to do to kind of occupy my time during that slow period. So, but they didn't really call me fat. It's just I can't fit in some of their small shirts. They think everybody's thin. I mean, I've been huge for the last 10 years. So Adrian says, oh, well.
Seems to me like they're not willing to cooperate and understand your situation there, Josh, because just because of a shirt size,
Right. And I've got a lot of supervisors that want to like FU type talk. And it's like, I wish I can tell them other words, but I don't. So,
well, if you do that, possibility is you'll lose your job, and then they'll put you on their do not hire list either. Then next thing you know, it's like if you ever want to get a job there again, if you ever, something happens, they'll look at that thing there and be like, oh no, we're not going to hire this guy back.
Right, Bruce?
¿Qué decía, amigo?
Do what now?
Do what now?
What?
No, we were just talking about everything at the first job. So,
Yeah. Well, that's yeah, I know that gets boring then if you're just standing around or sitting around there for
5 hours. 5 hours
period.
sometimes.
Wow.
Almost 5 hours. Yeah, right, Bones? I mean, I can call Marion 6 times in 5 hours?
Yeah.
Because we have that much time.
Right.
So, Josh, how many hours are they allowing you to work at the airport every time you're scheduled to work?
4 days a week, 8-hour shifts.
Oh, wow, that's not bad.
No, I'm probably doing about 30 or 40 hours a week, maybe less.
Well,
I don't know.
Is it part-time or is it full-time?
Part-time. So 20 to 30 hours.
So you're looking about at least 30 to 35 hours a week at least. Almost
Yes.
40 if you would work an extra day at least.
Right. And the cool thing about them, the schedule does not change. It stays 4 days every week. Other places kind of want to mix it up and put you somewhere else and say, can you work 17 days in a row and whatever.
But the catch is you got to do everything on your days off.
Because they won't let you take any time out.
That's right.
Why
If
won't
it's
they allow you to take time off? What's the deal with that?
We can't do anything for 90 days. No trips, no nothing, unless we put it in for medical reasons or
No
health.
family time either.
No family time. They just don't care.
So you got to wait 3 months just to put in for that time off? That's
Yes.
stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, if it was his birthday and the family was having a cookout, he wouldn't be able to get off
Giggity.
to be there at the cookout.
Yep.
And he's the guest. He would have been the guest of honor.
Yep. But I don't know how, like I said, Bruce, I don't know how long I'm going to stay there. I mean, if this FedEx thing works out, I'm going to try both for maybe a week or two. if they can't work with me, I've got to go to FedEx. I don't really have to work, but I'm not going to sit here on Social Security. I have to have something to do.
Yeah. I can certainly understand that.
So Social Security's got me in the butthole anyway, so I can't do anything about it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we get the increase about every year now, just about. And supposedly I was overpaid, or they found out 4 years ago I was working, so they're calculating everything now and taking out whatever I have to pay them back for and things. It's just, so I have to find something else to do. I'm not going to sit here and just have a government check. I like it. I do get extra, but that is not the only main source I want.
Right.
So, yep. But I'm going to handle it, see what's up. I'm going to talk to my people tomorrow, not my family, but at work, and tell them what's going on. Because they're going to have to adjust my schedule, like 7 to 2 instead of 10:30 to 6. Because if FedEx needs me, like I said, their schedule's all mixed up. So nothing's permanent like it is right now. And I like the permanent schedule, but I've already accepted, so we're going to try it out.
Okay.
And it's like 20 or 30 minutes away from me. It's fine compared to 50 minutes.
Right.
But even you said try the airport, see how it works. I mean, I've only been there a month, a few weeks. So, and they started chewing me out at the end of January, maybe the first week of February, over stupid stuff. So, you know.
Right after he just got known there.
Yep. I was even off when they came back and told me, come to the office. I said, what for? I wasn't even here. Just various little things.
Sounds like a lot of petty stuff.
It is, right, Buns? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some employers, they can be petty. Of course, it may depend on who your supervisor is, too. You know, that determines a lot of stuff.
Well, honestly, can I just...
I've worked for some supervisors that were very petty. I've worked for some that weren't. And, you know.
And see,
fact,
I'm not...
I've worked for some that were a little bit... how should I put this? Not strict enough.
Okay.
You know, and it reflected in the, you know, it manifested itself in the way a lot of the employees behaved. And, you know, this particular person, I don't know, I've seen some supervisors that would get, it was like, it was a personality thing, you know. And the thing about it is see, when you're when you're a supervisor, you can't judge people on their personalities. You have to, you know, stay strictly unbiased about that and base any decisions on principle and principle alone. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they're supposed to be. But unfortunately, I mean, there's just people out there, they don't do that. So they make their decisions based on personalities rather than on principles. You know, and that's not good, because if they don't like you, they're just going to get up here and just harp on just stuff that probably shouldn't matter, and that's just not good when you got somebody that's like that, because they're not upholding the right kind of principles in what they're doing.
Right.
They tend to show favoritism, and man, I tell you what, there's nothing worse than a supervisor that shows favoritism towards certain people.
Well, you could tell that they were picking on Josh, and because nobody else was getting in trouble for anything.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
That is not good at all. Yeah, I would try to go for this FedEx thing if I was you. And yeah,
That's about how it is, and that's why I don't want to explain it on here.
yeah, you don't want to explain it on here because somebody could certainly. Yeah.
But that's what I have to go through, and they get away with a lot of stuff. I mean, I just, everybody does their own job and own work there and help out with people with wheelchairs and stuff, but they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to train me. They don't want to help me. Nothing. They walk away. They send me down to the Delta gates. Everybody else scatters like little rats.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could be off, and then somebody complains. So, and they've already done that.
Yeah.
Somebody actually said I harassed them. I was off.
Well, that's crazy.
So I came in one day. They said, Josh, can we talk to you in the office? I said, what for? I just got here. I've been off the last 2 days or something. And somebody said that I harassed them to the point of they don't want to be around me or talk to me or help me because I'm still learning. These people started the same time I did.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to complain.
Yeah, that sounds like a personality issue. And
I had the same stuff over at the last job.
Yeah.
And, you try to make friends at work or school. Not friends is like a hard word to use, but you try to make acquaintances. I was always told at work, in school, or church, what have you. So I try my best to be nice to everybody. I'm not cranky in the mornings. It's just like nobody really wants to be there between 7 and 10 in the morning. But there's also ones that have to be there at 5 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So everyone's cranky in the mornings, what have you. Everybody has their stuff going on, but there's only a handful of people there, Bruce, that I really enjoy speaking to or talk to, like supervisor types.
Right.
I have a few people that like me, a few people that just walk away, a few people that want to stab you in the back, but more so I talk to my supervisors because that's what we have to do. And I thought I liked it. One of them, he kind of chewed me out as well about the shirt thing. But I got over it and started proving to them. That goes with the message I just sent you right now on Messenger. Also about the shirt tucking in thing. Okay, so men's have to tuck in their shirt to show appropriate attire. But oh my heavens, women's can have their shirts out.
Yeah.
But they advised everybody to tuck it in. Everyone, not just, okay, you're a man, you're a woman, that's different. I just found this out that it is different.
Mm-hmm.
So the women they all can look trashy and let it hang out. I hate tucking in my shirts, no matter what it is or where it's at. I don't like it. So I'm trying to say that I'm working with people that are, if you will, in that message, that don't listen, that don't care, and so on and so forth. I can use other terms, but they just don't listen.
Right.
And I had to let one of my supervisors say, I told him, so-and-so doesn't have his, and this is a him, doesn't have his shirt tucked in. He told me, Josh, go do your job so I can do mine. I'll let him know. That's checking me out. And that's all I was saying. It was like, why is he not listening? You just said it 3 times to him. He still didn't tuck it in. And if you read that message, that's who I'm referring to.
Right.
So it's really strange that those don't want to listen to the supervisors, but they don't get chewed out for it. Because I'm a slow learner, I don't know if it's me and they want to chew me out because I'm an idiot, or they just don't want to keep repeating the same stuff to other people. It doesn't get around. We have these meetings every day, little huddles, as it were, and nobody wants to oblige. Nobody wants to do anything right. It is not fair. And, I like this job for a little bit. I do. I'm already a month in. I thought I would really enjoy it, but all this, I swear I should have probably got hired maybe March, April somewhere where it kind of picked up, and not all this sitting around. I wouldn't be looking for a second job if there was less sitting around.
Right. I understand.
I need to keep moving. I need to do something because I take Benadryl sometimes, either during the day or at night, and it kind of, I can drive with it. I can do anything, but if I sit too long, I will get drowsy as shit, and I don't want to fall asleep. We cannot fall asleep. I'll have the whole airport sounding like an earthquake if I go to sleep. I mean, I am loud. I have severe sleep apnea, and I won't even know that I'm snoring.
Right.
But Benadryl will put us to sleep, and I don't want to sit around and do that.
Well, yeah. Benadryl puts most people to sleep, actually, because it's an allergy. It's, a lot of people that have allergies take it, and it helps them to sleep. It does have it gives most people. Now, some people have reverse reactions to certain medications, like Benadryl. But in most cases, it's going to put the person to, it's going to make them drowsy. And actually, a lot of medications that are similar to Benadryl, whether it be for allergies, for colds, the flu, sinus problems of whatever kind it might be, it could be sinusitis, it could be postnasal drip, whatever, But if they're taking certain medicines, it'll do that. And that's one reason why I don't like to take medicine unless I have to. Now I take a diuretic, but that's to keep my blood pressure under control. And my blood pressure's never really been that bad, but the doctors they raise an eyebrow at the top number, not the bottom number, and because the top number is normally a little bit high, and of course they want to try to get that down if they can, but there was one doctor that put me on something different, and I tried taking that, and it had actually brought my blood pressure down too low. and I had to quit taking it. You know, I don't, and I just, you know, I mean, I would probably be just fine without it, but the diuretic, I think, is keeping the top number down closer to normal than, you know, but it's not having any effect on the bottom number, and which is a good thing, because that bottom number is actually the most critical, one of those two numbers. Yeah, but you know, getting back to yeah, you talking about taking Benadryl? Yeah, if you're sitting around, if you're just sitting there, yeah, it'll make you'll start drifting off to sleep if you're not careful. And anyway, yeah, that sounds kind of like if you're dealing with some a personality issue. Uh, just curious, but the person that you uh that interviewed you and that actually hired you, was it the same person that you're dealing with out here now, or was it someone else?
At the airport or new job?
The airport.
That I'm dealing with now. No, he's not that way.
Okay, so that was a different person then, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is he over everybody there, or what?
No, he's just the next one underneath her.
Oh, he's underneath her.
Yes.
Okay, so there's somebody else that might be over her.
Yeah.
Or is she the okay?
Her bosses are in a different state, if you will, but
Oh, I see. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's gonna make it a little okay.
I don't have a problem with my manager. It's
Right.
the supervisors, like people underneath her.
Yeah.
But one is a tight ass. He knows everything about the job, you know, and he's a trainer. He trains others. So he was cool. He still kind of is. We get along great. Sometimes he has his days. Sometimes he's on his period. I don't know.
Well, everybody has their moments, you know. I mean, you know, I have my moments sometimes. But anyway, and yeah, everybody has their moments. Everybody has their days, like the bad hair day, if I may call it that. You know, you have those. You've got, but everybody's got those kind of things, these little quirks, and you know, some would even say they're character defects. You know, and then some people just have lousy character. Period. You know. And I've run into a few of those. Both out working as well as like here in YouTube, for example. I've run into some people here in YouTube that they've got just lousy character, you know, and it's really sad. I would say, just from what you're saying here, this job's probably not keeping you active enough. And it sounds like there's some people there that have decided to label you, and they're basing it on personalities. And that, yeah, probably what would be best for you. Now, FedEx, I'm pretty sure FedEx would keep you busy working, you know. Now, you may not be at an airport. You might be at, you know, at one of their trucking places. But they're going to keep you pretty busy, probably. And because that's what they do. They're in the business of shipping. And that would include or delivering, and that would of course include delivering by truck. In fact, once that stuff gets unloaded off the planes, they load up trucks and take that stuff to whatever destination, and but from what I have been able to tell about companies like UPS and FedEx, and even the mail, United States Postal Service, those people, for the most part, stay busy throughout their day. You know, even if they're just right there in one of the hubs, I guess you could call it, or say at a post office or something like that. And it's because they're in the business of shipping stuff. And when you're in the business of shipping stuff, yeah, you're going to see packages coming in from all over the place, and they got to go out all over the place. Chances are the FedEx or UPS, they'll bring the stuff in from, like, say, at the airport and unload it off of the truck there at the UPS or the FedEx, rather, terminal, and, from the time it's unloaded, and I don't know how they do this, it may be the guys that do the sorting out all the packages and everything. They may have to actually go on the trucks and unload it. I don't know. I'm not sure how they do all that, but I wouldn't rule that out. So, I guess really what I'm getting at here is that's a job where you're probably going to stay busy all the time, and because you're going to be unloading trucks and sorting out packages and freight and whatever might be being delivered, and that's probably a pretty good job, really. It would be one that I feel quite sure they would keep you busy, and for a long time, probably throughout the day. I just can't see a place like that having too many dull moments where you can sit around and be tempted to get on your phone or something like that, and because see where you're at now, I can see where the temptation would be very great if they've told you no cell phones, but then you're sitting around there for a long time. I can see where the temptation would probably be pretty great to look around, make sure nobody's watching, and pull your phone out and here, I think I'll call Marion, and
which I do at least 6 or 8 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just kind of picture you up there, Josh. I would say, yeah, go for this FedEx thing. It's better pay. And like I say, I can't see there being too many dull moments sitting around there.
Unless it's your break time.
In fact, well, yeah, that would probably be the only time you would get to sit.
Yeah.
I would even say if you ever decided you wanted to try it, go to Walmart. I can promise you won't have no dull moments there. I know.
Can I ask
know
you
that firsthand.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Just going back on the possible if you can make the trip, but I'm looking just randomly. Would you do the drive to New Orleans if it was cheap?
Well, possibly.
Well, I found you a flight round trip for $90 out of New Orleans to LA.
Oh, okay.
and it's on Spirit, but it's from 90 to $130 round trip. You might have to stop at Dallas on your way home, if you will, but
Yeah.
it's different time zones though. Time.
Oh yeah, you got to go through 2 time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get to LA from well, New Orleans and Jackson are both in the same time zone, so it would be a 2-hour time difference.
See, you would leave at 4 o'clock. These are just random. 4 o'clock p.m. from New Orleans and get to LA at 6:40 p.m. That's nonstop, 4 hours. And then you would leave at 11:30 p.m., stop in Dallas, and probably not get back to New Orleans about 9 a.m.
Okay.
But that's March 5th. That's one, just for the day. We have to hop a plane at 5:30 from there to Nashville. So
Right.
just thought, $92, it's 85 for me out of Nashville if I wanted to go, but I wanted to bring Marion with me. So it's 160 for us. And
Yeah. If you will, just why don't you send me the link for that, and I'll go check it out. And yeah, if I can do that, I'll certainly drive to New Orleans and catch a plane. And let's see, you said the plane would leave about 4 o'clock in the afternoon
from New Orleans.
from New Orleans. Okay, so that would be on the 5th of March. So we're basically looking at coming back on the 6th then, right?
You would, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, send me the link. I'll go check it out, and yeah, I might just do that.
Yeah. So my parents even say, find us some good deals. I said, why? Where are you going? And they would tell me, and I would look. And then sad part is they already bought their flights. So why did I look for you? And if you already bought them, well, we were just trying to compare. You just wasted money. You didn't give me a chance to let you know.
Yeah. Well. Hold on.
Yeah, they can't figure out how Josh keeps finding all these cheap flights.
Before I was working, I was doing a lot of research.
Oh, okay.
I would come up with so much good stuff. I sent it to you by messenger so you can look at it.
Okay.
It's a photo. It's not really a link, but it's on Google Flights. Just go to Google and type in New Orleans to LA and you can find it.
Okay. Non-stop, 4 hours, 35 minutes. That's not bad.
Yeah. And then
And
you
it would go all the way
from New Orleans to LA for that first.
non-stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one would, but then you got to stop in Dallas on your way back.
Yeah, that's not bad. Would it be changing planes or just staying on the same plane?
Hold on a second. Let me see. Because hold on a second.
I think just about every time I've ever flown on a passenger flight, it's been on Delta.
So, are you talking about the coming home?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Now, coming home, you say there would be. Okay, I see. It says one stop on there, but
Yeah.
then it's got this other thing booked from $92. That's covering that up, so I can't see it good.
Yeah. So you would leave LA at 11:30 p.m. get to Dallas at 4:30 a.m. So it's a 2-hour and 59-minute layover. And then you would leave at 7:30 a.m. to get back to New Orleans at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And I don't see where it says change planes. I think you're good. I could be wrong.
Right. Okay.
So it's not bad. It's Spirit. They go pretty quick in the air. We've taken them several times. So I don't know why it seems like it's going to be a 5 to 6 hour flight for us sometimes, but it just seems like that coming back.
Right.
Because we leave at 5:30 and then we don't get to Nashville until 11:30, but it's a 3-hour flight.
Right.
So.
And you also go up backward in time 1 hour. You actually change time zones there as you're flying, because Nashville's in the central time zone.
Right.
Yeah, that jet lag really gets to you. Or it does me anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and just imagine I'm gonna be going to the Philippines, so I know I'm gonna end up going.
You're going to have it bad.
Yeah, I'll probably be in bed for a couple of days.
I heard from Cliff and Rue, when they fly back to the Philippines and come home all the time back to Indiana, every time they go to and from, it's at least 18 hours. Like, because they got to go through like to Japan and all this stuff, and I don't know.
Okay.
But they originally lived in Indiana before they moved to the Philippines, but he comes back for work every couple of months. So they built their own house down there.
Right.
I don't know if you know who they are, but they're pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Did y'all hear about what happened in Kansas City?
Yeah, I heard about that.
The shooting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Super Bowl's over, but okay.
Well, it was a celebration gathering that they had going on in the city of Kansas City. And of course it was to celebrate them winning the Super Bowl. And why in the world people do what they do, I don't understand. That just makes no sense. Just I mean, to me, that's just a cowardly act of violence.
Yeah.
To get up there and do something like that. I mean, that's terrible. You got people that are there to have a good time, and here's somebody like that has to come along and just ruin it for everybody.
And get this, I met somebody with a Kansas City jersey at my airport that was going to that parade.
Oh, really? Wow.
Can you believe that? I was like, oh, have a good time. And then we found that out.
Wow.
She had to fly to Chicago to get to Kansas City a different way.
Right.
Was a lot of people hurt?
No. They arrested the other two that shot. They arrested them.
Yeah, they arrested the suspects, but I think I'm wanting to say it was around 60 people that were injured. I don't know if anybody actually got killed or not, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But Bruce, let us know what you think about that price.
Okay, it's a good price. That's let's see, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, let's see. Shooting. Okay, it says here there was 1 dead, 21 injured.
Yeah.
Mm.
More than 20. It says, okay, another one here says 1 dead, more than 20 wounded in shooting following Chiefs Super Bowl. Let's see. Let me click on that. That's
Halfwit just jumped in.
Halfwit's here. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Harvey, how you doing? Good day to you.
See how much of a good time we
How's it going, Harvey?
And see that's what makes us have a great time with you, Bruce. I'm sorry, your laugh is just contagious.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been told that. Having a break from fixing a car. Oh, okay. Car repairs. Wow. Yeah. Well, anyway, that was just shocking to me that somebody would do something like that. They I was watching it on the television on the national news, and I think it was the oh, somebody there was saying they were expecting over 1 million people to show up for this thing.
Jeez.
And yeah, and they did. They had a huge crowd, and then all of a sudden that happened, and people were ducking and running and running and ducking and you know, it was terrible, just absolutely terrible. And yeah,
You see what I put in there?
oh boy. But anyway, yeah, it's just terrible. That's I gotta wonder what in the world, when back when they first started having the Super Bowl, something like this would have been unheard of. Can you imagine the Green Bay Packers? They won the very first Super Bowl back in the 60s. And in fact, they played Kansas City in that first Super Bowl. That was back when Vince Lombardi was coaching. And anyway, I something like that was just unheard of back in those days, And this, after what happened here with this one, that's probably going to make a lot of people that the Super Bowl next year, whether it be Kansas City or somebody else, they're probably going to have second thoughts about doing something like that. That's really sad that, yeah. Packers is that a team from a supermarket checkout? No. I'm talking about the Green Bay Packers in the NFL, National Football League here in the U.S. They won the very first Super Bowl back in the what year was that? 67, I think. I remember they played the Dallas Cowboys for the well, back then it was the National Football League and the American Football League, and then they merged and formed two conferences. You had the
AFC
National
and
Conference, the AFC and the NFC, and they actually had to take. I think originally there was like 3 teams. The Green Grocer Packers. Oh boy. Anyway, they took like 3 teams out of the NFL and put them over, or that were had been in the NFL, and put them in the AFC just to even up the numbers. because the NFL had been around for a long time and the AFL came along later. It had not even been in existence, not even 10 years when they started playing the Super Bowl. And but you can credit Joe Namath and the New York Jets for making it to where they not only that was one of the things that kind of motivated them to go ahead and merge the two leagues into one big league and have two separate conferences, was when the New York Jets beat the Baltimore Colts. I think that was Super Bowl, what was it? Super Bowl III, I think. Yeah, the Packers won the first two Super Bowls, and then Lombardi retired. And when he retired, Green Bay, they dropped way down after that. And I think they struggled for a lot of years. They even lost some players. But anyway, just...
I'm still here.
Yeah, that was just a lot of stuff that happened back in those days that, but, every year, I mean, whenever somebody would win the Super Bowl, sure, they would go back to their, to the city that they came, that team came from and have a big celebration. That's been going on for a long time. So that was just carrying out a tradition that's thanks to some, and you got to wonder what their motive was. What would be your motive to go into a place and start shooting? What do you hope to accomplish?
Right.
What's your motive for doing something like that? I mean, it's just total stupidity.
Yeah.
My friend Morris Turner's here.
Hi, Morris. How you doing? Anyway, I don't know. It's just I can't. Sometimes I just can't. I have to scratch my head and wonder, why do these people do what they do? It just makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Okay. Well, let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Because
Okay.
I know I can let both jobs. I already let the airport know about it, and we just haven't purchased much right now, but we will.
Okay.
And my new job said, let us know about appointments and whatnot, and vacation time's coming up. So I will let them know.
Yeah, just let them know. And
But let me just explain something. We don't have to pack up much of anything at all. Just
right.
bring your wallet and your phone.
I'll probably just bring, the clothes on my back and a
Right.
jacket in case it's a little cool. And hopefully it's not going to be, they're not going to be getting monsooned out there when we go. But, because I know they've had some really bad weather out in California lately.
They have
Mm-hmm.
lots of rain. I've been there when it rained, and it really sucked the 2 days of my vacation time. But it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they probably need the rain, but they don't need to be flooded.
We were told by a friend of ours that lives out there, she wants us dead. But so she was saying in September of, what was it, Buns, 2020 or 21?
I don't know.
So many fires that happened between August and September. We thought about going back after we saw her in August 2020. And she's like, don't come out here. It looks like Mars out here. Because it was like so red in the sky and ash falling everywhere. It
Right.
was that intense. She
Yeah.
said, don't come out here. Marion probably has asthma and stuff, can't breathe really. And that's not good and stuff. But the sky was completely blood red when they had fires.
Wow.
We thought about going back to back, 2 different months. But so we tried in 21. We went again. And I went in last year in January. See, we went in 20, 21, 23, and now we're planning on going again. But I've been there several times before.
Okay.
I've been going alone since 2007. So,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, just sounds good. Yeah, just let me know. I'll
But look around. They're just New Orleans is cheap for you.
yeah, and it's not really that far to New Orleans. Let me see. Hold on. I'll New Orleans. Let's see. I've done this before. Let's see. Okay, well, it doesn't have that much. Yeah.
And are you okay with taking like city bus service or something where it's cheap to get around, or would you rent a car? Because we're only going to be there a day, so we've got 5 to 7 hours to kill, and I didn't want to just walk around everywhere.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure we can rent for the day. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you can rent a car for the day. Yeah, New Orleans from where I live, it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes just to get to New Orleans. Let's see, where's the airport though?
I found it in Timbuktu, New Orleans, or whatever. Or it's been a while since I've been there, so I don't know exactly where.
Yes. I can't remember where the airport is located. Let's see.
And the cheapest, I don't know if you've heard of In-N-Out Burger, but that is like the cheapest burger place, and they're really good. So, right, Bones?
Right.
Now, if he rents a car, we can go see GW if he's home. GW
All right, it's a little bit further. Okay, the airport is actually over in Kenner.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, they're giving me a different route to get to the airport. I don't know why.
I was trying to find the cheapest airport, and that's the one that came up with.
Yeah. Well, and rightfully so, Josh, because it would be the closest airport that would probably give you a direct flight from, in this area to LA. But yeah, the airport, it's Louis Armstrong Airport. Louis Armstrong. Excuse me, I forget they. Yeah, it's not even pronounced New Orleans, it's pronounced New Orleans.
No.
Yeah, it's New Orleans.
I've heard people say, "You've been to New Orleans yet?" I said, "What the heck, New Orleans?"
New Orleans.
Is that the place where they do pickpocketing in the streets and piss.
Oh, they
You
got
know
Mardi
what?
Gras.
That's how they
Mardi
can
Gras.
deal
Mardi
with
Gras is going on
somebody
down there right now.
in
Did you
town.
hear him? He said Mardi Gras is going on right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
In
show
New
us.
Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah, down on French Quarter.
French Quarter. Yeah.
Yeah,
French
there's
Quarter.
some real stuff going on there.
Show us the boobs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one big party right there. Is Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I've been down there at Mardi Gras before. It's not. I don't really care too much for it.
It's a major
Me
drinking
either.
town.
Oh yeah, yeah. New Orleans is a party. Man, that is a party town. You know, if you're into what? How should I say this? Drugs, sets, and rock and roll, or
Two
should
of
I say, yeah, actually, jazz. You know, that's where jazz was born.
Yeah.
Was in New Orleans. You know, that's one of the. You got the Louis Armstrong. You know, that's why they named the airport there after him. And of course, you know, it's known for. Yeah, there was a lot of jazz that came out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, that was their big thing. That was, you know, of course, that's not the only thing that ever put them on the map. Now, I can tell you that right now. New Orleans has a lot of history, you know,
I bet
and
so.
yeah, it's one of the older cities here in America, I guess, but it's probably it's still not as old as some of the ones they have over in the east. I don't think it's quite as old as those are, like on the East Coast. I think St. Augustine is the oldest permanent settlement that's here in the United States. That's down in Florida. Now I have been to St. Augustine before, but it was on a work trip, and yeah, so I didn't get to really get out and see the sights. You know, and I know there's a lot of history there, and it's right there on the Atlantic Ocean, and you know,
Yeah,
so there is a beach and all that. Most people that go to Florida, they don't go to St. Augustine. They go to places like Daytona, and you know, they go to Key West. Key West, very popular place to visit.
Marion's brother lives down there.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he gets to see all the cruise ships.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And iguanas everywhere. Iguanas. On the streets, in the trees, in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Key West.
Key West.
That's what I told him.
Key West is probably the closest to being in the tropics that you'll find in the continental United States. The only place that's closer that's considered the United States would be Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, and Hawaii is in the tropics, just barely, but it's in the tropics.
Yeah, there's one place I want to take Marion sometime. It's in Hawaii. It's the island of Kamanawanalea.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you caught that, but it was a joke.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch it. Sorry.
No, I call it. Come on, I want to lay ya.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, when I go to the Philippines, what I'm hoping to do is be able to make a stop in Hawaii on the way, because I thought, you know, well, it'd be nice to, you know, stop there, spend a couple of days. And, you know, there's a few of our YouTube people that live in Hawaii, and I'm actually hoping to meet up with them while I'm there. And
I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah, well, it's Hapsters.
Hapsters, yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping to meet up with her and her husband. Check out the Rileys.
Okay.
Yeah. He was there in the Philippines with his wife, and he ended up he came back to the States, but he went to Hawaii. And anyway, Bill he's good friends with the guy named, his channel name is How to Hawaiian. Everybody calls him H2H.
Hmm.
And yeah, Halfwit knows who I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, he's a big guy too, man. If you ever saw him, I mean, this guy, he looks like he ought to be ought to be playing linebacker or something. I mean, he's big fella. But anyway, but yeah, he lives there. And but anyway, yeah, Riley showed up there in Hawaii, and come to find out, I think he stayed there with H2H for a while, and then now he's up in Indiana, which is where he's from, with his family up there. I think somebody died. It was maybe one of his parents or something like that died, and so he left Hawaii and went on up to Indiana, and he's been there ever since. And now why all this separation from his wife, I don't know. He's got a wife and kid over in the Philippines, so I don't know all the details to that, and that's kind of like one of those things where don't stick your hand in a hornet's nest. Because you might get stung.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, just kind of hate to see this having happen in Kansas City like it's happened. It's just terrible. And looks like there's been several people that have made videos about it.
So our plan is to probably purchase that in the next week or two.
Oh, the tickets to go over there? Okay. All right. Well, just keep me posted, and that'll be fine. I'll just keep me posted. I'll wait till you purchase yours before I purchase mine. And yeah. But yeah, I'll see if I can find that website. And
I hope I did something good for you. Found you a cheap one.
well, we'll see. I mean, like I say, I've never been to California. There's a lot of places I would love to go and visit, but as far as moving there, I don't know. I've lived in Mississippi all my life, and it would, I won't say that I wouldn't move out of this state. It's possible I could or would, but I have such a good deal on a place to live here, and I hate to lose it, because I'm afraid just about anywhere else I would go, I'd pay a lot more to live there. And that's the thing that's actually keeping me where I'm at. Even my family, my kids, they're up in the Jackson area. My daughter lives in Pearl, which is right outside Jackson. And then my son, he's in Brandon, which is right next to Pearl. And so that's right outside of Jackson, too. And they both wished that I would move up closer to Jackson. And, but, that's the only thing that, I know if I move up there, I'm going to pay a lot more for a place to live, probably, and this living out here actually has some benefits. When I'm live streaming and say we're singing karaoke's, I can get loud, and I don't have neighbors to worry about, them being disturbed or anything, because I was getting loud. If I move up there where they are, chances are I would end up in an apartment, or even if it was in a mobile home or a manufactured home, it would probably be in a park where there would be neighbors all around, So I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. For now, I'm just going to stay here because it's cheap. I can live here cheap. I mean, it's not, it's not a shack like Jed Clampett had. But by the same token, it's not a mansion like the one he moved into either. It's just, it's a trailer. It's a mobile home.
That's
And
what we're in.
yeah. And the mobile home, it was actually built back in the 90s. I found a thing that was stuck on one of the cabinet doors in here, and it gives the date. I can't remember what the date was now, but I think it was manufactured in 96 or something like that.
But you're sharing that one, right?
No, I'm living here by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a roommate here, but that roommate moved, and I'm glad.
The one we live in, it was specially made for us.
Energy efficient, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $400 a month.
Wow. That was nice.
My parents had to get rid of the old one we lived in, same place where this one is. And they took down the old one. It was 40 plus years old. And they said, October of 2019, they said, move out. You got 2 weeks. What? And I had no help to move out, if you will. So we did. And they eventually tore it down, gutted it, cleaned it, tore it off, and moved the whole thing across the street. And it's all trashed and stuff and whatever.
Oh, wow.
So they bought us this one. Had no idea. They said, you're getting a new home. Oh, when do we have to be out? Right now. And get whatever you need. We're going to toss a lot of other stuff. And then that was October. And then December of that year, December 24th of that year, here comes our new home on a big rig.
Arrived on
Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Happy birthmas, and it's just like, I saw lights blinking. It says, our house is here. But we couldn't move in till the following year of 2020 in March. Because they had to place this place. They had to hook it up, make sure everything was city legal stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have to inspect it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it took 3 months after we got it to move in. And we were living next door. My parents own a house next door. So they put us in there for the time being of those 3 extra months. And we weren't pushing to get in real fast. We let them take their time. Sometimes we had snow days, rainy days. Nobody wants to be out.
Right.
So that kind of backed us up a little bit too.
Okay.
But this is where we are. We love it. Sometimes we feel like we need to move, but 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $400 a month. And our bills are like maybe 40 to 70 each month.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you don't want to move. You don't want to lose that. Yeah.
Well, but if we were millionaires like Bruce, we could move elsewhere.
I'm not a millionaire. What are you talking about?
I know you saved all your bucks. So
Oh, well, no, I've had to spend some, but not much. You know, I'm pretty conservative about
Mm.
when it comes to money because I know how things are out here in this world, and it's
but you
you
have a
know,
pretty good nest egg for 401k, I'm sure.
well, it was my pension from the state, and
Mhm.
I did get a lump, but you know, it didn't make me a millionaire, but it you know, it didn't you know, it was pretty nice. I don't have to worry about you know, uh let's just say if for some reason the federal government there was a government closure and they couldn't pay social security checks until they got that situation resolved. Well, I've got money that I can use to live on for a little while, you know,
Yeah.
and so uh, you know, hopefully nothing like that will happen. But you know, it seems like every year we hear about it at least 2 or 3 times a year now about you know they've got to uh, vote on some kind of new debt ceiling to prevent a government shutdown.
Yeah, and also inflation sucks for people like us that are poor, and
Well, yeah,
we have to go to the store every week.
exactly. I mean,
I'm spending,
inflation's terrible. You
I'm
know.
spending like $80 to $200 a week, if that,
Mm-hmm.
for maybe 7 bags.
Yeah.
So that's ridiculous, and it
Yeah.
gets old. And we don't even like the like Aldi's and stuff like that. We shop there, but it's like you can get a lot more at Aldi's for $100 than you can at Walmart and things like that. So
Okay.
we just figured it, but we don't
Yeah.
shop at Aldi's. You have Aldi's where you are?
No. We've got there's a place called Rammy's that in fact I think that used to be a lot of those used to be Sunflower, if I'm not mistaken, back years ago. There was a time in this country where these grocery stores, uh, I mean, they were family owned and operated. A lot of them were, and they had been going on for like decades, just, you know, for years and years, you know. One of the big ones they had here was called Jitney Jungle. It was locally owned, family owned and operated, or, you know, family owned. Of course, they hired a lot of people and they had a lot of stores in this area, all over the state of Mississippi. And I think they had even gone outside of Mississippi in a few places, like in Alabama and, uh, you know, I think maybe up there in the Florida Panhandle around Pensacola. But anyway, the day came when uh, the the parents passed away, and it was left to the kids, and the kids decided to sell it. So they sold it to a company out of New York, and the New York company, of course, wanted to become I guess, like a kingpin of the grocery stores in this area. So they started buying out other grocery chains like Del Champs, which was real big uh, in places like New Orleans and Mobile, Alabama, and I think over in Florida too. And anyway, they bought those out, and so they all went under the name Jitney Jungle. And anyway, that's when the bad stuff started happening. This company had overextended itself. And next thing you know, they found themselves in bankruptcy. And when they bankrupted, it it caused a stir up in the grocery deal. Now, one thing, by that time they were actually competing pretty hard against Walmart, and Walmart was just beating them on prices left and right. So, and then not only that, uh, uh, you know, it just it was almost like it was really a bad decision on their part. You know, they should have never gone and done that. They should have just focused on taking care of themselves uh, in the places where they, you know, existed. And see, we've got another grocery chain here called Kroger. Now, Kroger's, I think they're nationwide, or they're in several states. I don't know if they're all over the country or not, but you know, even Kroger has managed to, you know, stay running over the years. But you know, they have to compete against Walmart too, and that gives them a run for their money. It's hard to compete against Walmart because Walmart, one of the things that keeps them going is the fact that they undercut a lot of these companies on prices, especially on groceries. And then plus Walmart, they offer more than just groceries. They have several different departments. You can buy clothes at Walmart. You can buy shoes at Walmart. You can buy uh, things for like, you know, they have a pharmacy area where they have an actual pharmacy, plus they have over the counter stuff. Uh, you know, things like vitamins and aspirins and Tylenol and first aid and all that. You know, uh, you can buy a lot of health and beauty aids at Walmart. You know, of course, drugstores a lot of times, uh, you know, like the chains like Walgreens and CVS, they offer health and beauty aids too. You know, so you can buy things like shampoo and soap and things like that at a lot of those places like that. Uh, but you can't go buy groceries at Walgreens, you know, and you can't buy, if you go to Kroger, you can't go back to the electronics department and buy something that you might need for your computer or, you know, just hardware, uh, sporting goods, things like that. You know, that's why the Walmart supercenters ended up becoming so successful. But you know, I think Walmart made a bad mistake when they decided to, you know, go real big with this self checkout because there's people, you know, there's a lot more shoplifting that goes on now, and they've actually started closing some stores in some places because the theft. Because theft got to be so bad in those places. So anyway, how much longer are you gonna be going, man? You've been on for nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, I got about 8 minutes. 8 minutes if you want to chill with me a little bit.
Okay, we'll hang out here a few more minutes. But anyway, yeah, it's just you know, but yeah, the what was the name of that store again that you mentioned?
Aldi's.
Aldi's. Okay, no, we don't have any of those here. But we saw some after Jitney Jungle bankrupted. Next thing we knew, Winn-Dixie bought them out. Well, Winn-Dixie, they went on for a while with all the old Jitney Jungles, and then they had to file bankruptcy. And probably because when they bought Jitney Jungle out, they bought probably all their debt. Well, Jitney Jungle ended up filing the Chapter 11, but you know, so you know that created a bad situation I hate that the kids of the people that were the owners of Jitney Jungle, I hate that they sold out, because if they had kept it, I can't help but believe that you would still have Jitney Jungles around, you know, because they were one of the more popular stores in Mississippi back for many years. But now all the old Jitney Jungle stores have they've ended up becoming several different things. I think there was I knew of one that became Piggly Wiggly, which was a smaller chain of stores.
Yeah, we used to have those in Illinois, and we've got them somewhere around in our state.
Right. I think they had
They closed them.
there was one that I knew of that was a Jitney Jungle back years ago, and I think it may have ended up becoming a Piggly Wiggly over in Brandon, Mississippi. Let's see. There's also been not just Piggly Wiggly. Let's see. There's been some other companies. There was a company called Bowles Marketplace. Bowles took over some of them. And then there's a company called, let's see, what is it? Corner Market. They took some of them. And actually, there was another company that had it before Corner Market took them. And so they've, it's just, that they've broken up. Just, different locations went with different companies and that kind of stuff, So it's, after Winn-Dixie ended up getting rid of them. So now it's just, so now I don't know, you go to where one used to be and it's under somebody else's name. And, it's kind of hard to say whose name it would be under. But, it is what it is, It just, but I kind of like going to Kroger. Kroger's got better meat most of the time. But the only problem about Kroger is you're going to pay a little more for most of their stuff. But there are some things I would rather buy at Kroger than I would at Walmart.
And do you remember that place that was a store? That's a storage place now. That used to be a Kroger over off Sounds Creek.
Oh yeah, we used to have Kroger's around here.
Yeah,
and
they
moved out and moved up to Virginia, and they had Kroger stores up in Virginia for a while.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot what came in after they left. I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
Right.
And did y'all happen to have a drugstore chain called Eckerd's?
Yeah. We sure did.
We had that around here.
Then they changed it to Rite Aid, and now it's Walgreens.
Oh, really? Walgreens took them over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Walgreens was already in existence. I think, Eckerd's, I don't know exactly, I don't know the story behind that, but I'm thinking that Eckerd's may have actually changed their name from Eckerd's to Rite Aid.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. I think that's what
They
happened.
did.
Yeah,
But you know what's funny?
I don't know why they changed their name, but they did.
Get this,
Then Rite Aid went out of business.
Yeah, Walgreens bought them. So
yeah, you don't see Rite Aid no more.
Hold on. But if you go out to LA or some bigger cities, they actually have Eckerd's, Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS, you name it, they have it. It's crazy. They do have all of those.
in California.
Well, I saw them in LA on the main streets, not like highway stuff.
Now, I
but-
saw some of those, but I didn't see all of them.
yeah. I told our driver who drove for Uber, I said to her when she picked us up at LAX, I said, take me to a LA Walmart. I gotta just go to one. She's like, why? You guys are gonna eat out anyway. You don't need groceries. Well, we never ate the food we bought, $23 worth. Plus they charge you for bags. 10 cents for their Walmart bags.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
They're
here.
doing that. They're doing that in some states. I don't know. I think in California, if you use the traditional plastic Walmart bags that they normally provide for the customers, I think you have to pay for your bags. I tell you, I wouldn't blame people if they just decided to go ahead and, because those bags, they do accumulate and they can accumulate very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they're not all that sturdy either.
No, they're not sturdy at all. And sometimes
A lot
they'll
of them
break.
drop out.
Yeah. Sometimes they break, if you got something heavy in it, like say you get a gallon of milk or something, a
Mhm.
gallon of milk might just, I saw that happen at Kroger one time. I had a gallon of water in a bag and the bag broke and the water hit the pavement. I was out in the parking lot and I was just about to pick, in fact, I think I was picking it up out of the cart and was about to put it in my car and the bag broke and that jug it busted. It was funny. And I went back in the store with this jug, empty jug. It was busted, and there was no water left in it. And I told the customer service clerk, I said, well, I was about to load this up in my car and the bag broke. And she started laughing. She said, go back there and get you another jug. Yeah, I was laughing too, so I think that's why she was laughing. So we had a good laugh, over a busted jug of water. But yeah, that's what I mean. Those bags, they're not very strong. And a lot of times you got to double them, if you got something heavy like that,
Oh, yeah.
And so anyway, it's just
And
know,
on the paper bags, if they have the handles to them, those handles will break.
yeah, the handles will break, or there's be something.
But at least you can still carry the bag.
Right. But that's what we're dealing with when all this stuff's made out of plastic now. And plastic is just, of course there are some advantages that plastic has over the old paper bags like they used to have in the grocery stores. Y'all may remember the paper bags.
Yeah,
they could carry, you could put more stuff in them, but the problem with those is if they got wet, it was guaranteed it was not going to hold your items. It was going to tear. Because, you get paper wet like that and it just goes to nothing, And see these reusable shopping bags, and they sell them at Walmart. They're not very expensive. And if you bought, like, say, you could buy 2 or 3 of them, and probably it would be enough, to where it would be able to handle all your groceries, and then you wouldn't end up with this big accumulation of those plastic bags that a lot of times I'll take them, and you can actually take stuff like that, like plastic grocery bags and plastic water bottles, the kind just individual size that you drink out of, and you can take those back to the Walmart, and they have usually it's out there by the entrances, and it's usually a big green container, and you can put stuff like that can be recycled in that. So you can actually recycle those bags. Now, there is an environmental issue about those plastic bags, and even the water bottles too, you know. But that plastic, if it goes to the landfill or you know where they dump garbage, and see that's what happens a lot of times. That plastic will actually because they use oil in making that stuff, and so it seeps down into the ground, and then you know as it's decaying and there's chemicals in it that and including the oil, I think, and it seeps down into the ground, and what happens is it travels down to where your underground water supplies are. So that's the bad thing about those bags, you know, and that's why it's a good idea to recycle them. And the plastic water bottles too. You know, I actually just take that kind of stuff and I'll load them up in bags, and after I get so much of it, I'll put them in the car and take them up and let them recycle them. And so I've been actually thinking about buying some reusable shopping bags. Now, I do know of people that say that have told me, well, I've got those, but I always forget to bring them in, you know. Well, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's one of the problems about you know, a lot of times people they buy those bags and they don't use them because they forget to bring them in the store. And
And
but
I
I've
guess
seen
to
some
do
people.
this with Aldi's and Lidl,
Yeah,
they
I've
have
seen some.
those too.
Oh yeah,
You have
yeah.
their bags.
Halfwit says that in New Zealand they banned them. And that's probably a good thing because it does. It's an environmental issue, and I know New Zealand is a country. They've got some beautiful country in New Zealand. Probably one of the most beautiful countries in the world. You know, if you were to do some research on it. And of course, Halfwit, he's good about taking you on a little tour around. And if you go to his live streams, the problem for those of us that live in America is a lot of times he's streaming it at wee o'clock and we miss it. Because he's, oh gosh, I forget now how many hours time difference it is. I think it's something like 21 hours from where I live. But yeah, he's, you know, but I like going to Harvey's uh, shows. I think the last time paper bags only hold 6 apples or potatoes before they rip. Yeah, yeah. And that's what's so good about these reusable bags. They're stronger than that, you know, and you can reuse them just over and over and over again, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Add 6 hours and remove a day. Okay, yeah, that's about 18 hours. Yeah,
All right,
he's way
Bruce.
ahead of us. But anyway, all right, yeah, I'm gonna hop down then, so you can go ahead and end your stream. Enjoyed it, And anyway, you take it easy, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
And,
glad that we can talk, and I'll give you a call or we'll chat sometime, and
yeah,
I'll
sure.
definitely let you know what's going on.
Yeah. Just let me know. Let me know.
Okay.
All right. All
You have a
right.
good night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too. Y'all take care.
Yeah.
Marion said it was good talking to you.
Yeah, good talking to you too, Marion. Y'all take care.
All right. See you.
All right. See you later. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.
So, Dwayne, you want to come up? I'm about to end it. That was probably hard words to say, but
That's a huge bitch.
what the hell?
That's a huge.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Halfwit, Dwayne, everyone, Bruce, thank you, sir. I'll let you know. And we'll go from there. And I'll let my jobs know what's going on. Talk to y'all later. Have a great night. Deuces out.